Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this YouTube video, I'm just going to be breaking down exactly how my NFP trade went. If you guys were in the Discord, you saw exactly what we went through and how we did manage to catch that crazy gold sell. So just to go in depth a little bit with fundamentals, right? When you're trading anything like NFP, CPI, PPI, it's very difficult to purely rely on your technical analysis. Okay, it's very difficult to rely on your technical analysis. Reason being is because the whole market is going to move purely based off that news event outcome, right? So if the forecast amount is, for example, like 111,000 and the forecast comes in higher, right, the market's going to react to that. If the amount comes lower, the market's going to react to that. Okay, so purely relying on your technical analysis for NFP or any news event is going to be extremely difficult to catch a really good trade, right? Now, how we managed to catch this $3,100 trade on gold could have been a lot more, but I have a rule with trading fundamentals, and that's why I made X amount. But what we essentially did was we looked at the previous NFPs. We saw what the forecast was and how it came in. And we saw that for the last 3 months with NFPs, the NFP has come in drastically higher. Okay, and it's been cruising at an average of 140,000. Okay, so every single forecast, the forecast has been lower than what the actual amount is. And now what I did was I backtracked onto those NFP dates and I saw how did NASDAQ and how did gold react to the NFP numbers that came out. So with NASDAQ, I saw that for the previous 3 months, with NFP coming in higher, all right, NASDAQ resulted in a bullish movement. It continued going higher. And then with gold, it essentially did the opposite. It went lower down with a higher NFP. Now, I'm a big fan of NASDAQ. Okay? I love trading NASDAQ. That's where I made majority of my money when I first started trading. But where NASDAQ was, it was at an all-time high, right? And although my bias was, look, I'm going to be looking for long positions in this price point, the amount of movement that we could have gotten with NASDAQ at that time, for me, it was a little bit too much of a gamble, okay? Because we're at all-time highs, where could price potentially go? So that's why I resulted in trading gold. Gold was still kind of in a midpoint range, and shorts were looking really good. I combined technical analysis, as you can see with the live stream that I had. I had a really good pre-mature entry towards NFP. And then essentially once NFP got released, 30 seconds before it got released, I entered my trade. Now, it's very difficult to do this if you are trading on prop firms, because prop firms, quite a few of them, they limit you in terms of news trading events. So they'll say, you can maybe trade 5 minutes, or you have to have your positions closed 5 minutes before the news event, and then you can start trading again 5 minutes after, right? Where with the prop firm that I used, shout out to Aqua, I could trade any news event, and I'm sorted. So yeah, that's basically my NFP results. I hope in this video you kind of learned how my approach was to NFP and how you should actually look at fundamentals, and whether you should trade it or not. With my thing with fundamentals is that it's honestly gambling, right? It is gambling because you are purely relying on a specific number or a positive or negative report coming out to justify your trade. Where with technical analysis, you have these confluences, more reasoning why you should enter trade. You've collected more data. Where with fundamentals is purely relying on one report, right? So if you do trade fundamentals, make sure that you do go in with much lower risk. Make sure that you are aware of the consequences that can happen. And also make sure that you're already up for the week or the month, right? Because you don't necessarily want to lose all your gains from a great week or great month of trading just because you have FOMO and you want to trade CPI, PPI, or NFP, right? So for me, I make sure that A, I'm in a positive for the month or the week. B, I go in extremely low risk, right? And C, whether I place that trade, I won't necessarily lose 12, 20, 30% of the gains that I made for that week or that month. That me trading those fundamentals isn't going to justify or drastically affect my progress for that week or that month, right? So yeah, hope you guys do enjoy the video. I do incorporate a little bit of my day-to-day stuff. I kind of want to throw in a little bit more lifestyle videos coming into these little videos, but let me know what you think below. Like and subscribe for more YouTube videos. We have a couple bangers coming out this month that I'm really excited about. And yeah, thanks for the ongoing support. I do appreciate it. And let's get this bread. All right, what's up? What's good, guys? So today we have NFP, right? NFP is obviously non-farm payrolls, a really intense fundamental event that happens every first Friday of the month. And usually I wouldn't want to trade NFP, right? It's extremely volatile. It's more so a gamble. So with NFP, like, we're going to get a drastic spike up or down during in like the next hour, basically. So usually I wouldn't want to trade NFP, and if I do trade NFP, I would only trade NFP when it's been a really good previous month, or a good week, right? So with NFP, what I did was I made a little bit of a sheet. Okay, so let me just pull up the sheet quickly. All right, so I essentially made the sheet. All right. So my approach with NFP today is this is essentially all the actual NFP numbers that came out, the forecast and the previous NFPs, right? So I'm just looking at the previous three. The actual NFP was a lot higher than the forecast, all right? So what we saw with that is with the previous three, NASDAQ was bullish, with NFP being higher than the forecast, and gold was bearish with it being higher, right? So assuming that the NFP results are higher than 111,000, all right, assuming that it would be higher, NASDAQ would be bullish and gold would be bearish, all right? So that's just my outlook for NFP. Not sharing? Oh shit, my bad, bro. There we go. All right, so just assuming that, okay, looking at the 4th of April, we had 228, the forecast was 137, so it was higher. May 2nd, 177, actual, forecast 138. June 139, forecast 126. Can you guys hear me still? Let me know if the audio is good. Audio good. Okay, cool. Gee, what's up, bro? All right, so just looking at the previous 3 months, all right, NFP has been a higher amount than the forecast. So assuming, right, because all we can do is essentially assume with this, assuming that the NFP comes in higher again, all right, means that NASDAQ would be bullish and gold would be bearish. Now, how would you trade NFP? Simply you don't. Okay, simply you don't trade NFP. But my approach for NFP today would be essentially, my approach for NFP, right, would be 30 seconds before NFP comes out, I would either enter longs on NASDAQ or shorts on gold, all right? And then literally that movement that you get on that candle, you exit instantly. So like I said, this isn't trading. This is literally gambling. Okay, like you trading NFP is literally gambling. So I don't recommend you guys to trade NFP, but you guys can watch me trade NFP and see how it comes out. All right. So now just looking at NASDAQ and gold. Okay, NASDAQ and gold, you need to look at the most probable. Wait, let me share my screen again. DGen trading, 100%, bro. This is DGen trading to the max. Okay, so I would be looking for longs on NASDAQ and shorts on gold, assuming again that NFP would come out higher than the forecast amount, right? So what pair looks more promising? So with NASDAQ, we're essentially at all-time highs, all right? So we could maybe see, I just need to do a new analysis on gold, on NASDAQ. I did do analysis on gold. If we had to go short, I would look to aim at 3307, even 3274. All right. This is a good entry point so far. Like NASDAQ, gold is shorting at the moment. We're coming towards the golden zone, but I wouldn't mind shorting gold for NFP. It just looks more promising than NASDAQ, right? So usually for NFP, I would trade NASDAQ, but right now gold looks more promising than NASDAQ, to be very, very honest with you guys. So let's just look at the daily analysis for NASDAQ. Right, again, I don't recommend trading NFP. It's definitely not healthy, nor is it healthy for your mental ability, but also your trading account. Right, it's very, very toxic. So just assuming that price would carry out, we have that ESGZ. Our ES 1.618 is over here. That simple. Daily is done. Now, what we would do is look for trends. We do have FEGs lower down. Not surprising at all. I see a strong dollar coming with NFP. Yeah, like even our USD JPY trade, I ideally wanted to get out at BE with NFP, but we'll see how this holds up. All right, so these are previous fair value gaps. We still have ones further below. So I'm going to be trading NFP on my phone, but I'll screen record it, then I'll post it on the thing, whether I win or lose. I just loaded like $1,000, so we'll see if we can flip that $1,000 to something nice. But yeah, this is proper degen, like Matt said, so definitely wouldn't recommend. So with NASDAQ, what would our target be? We have these trends. We have ES 1.618, so we can maybe see NASDAQ head over to 22,855, right? But like I said, I'll be focusing on gold. So with gold, we had a break on this 1 hour trend, spinning top, evening star candles, another spinning top. So it looks really, really, really good for a short already. But yeah, we essentially will just be entering in like 30 seconds before NFP comes out. So with NFP, right, I don't usually, not that I usually trade it, I used to, but I don't usually use a stop loss. Okay, so if you do trade NFP, rather just risk an amount on an account. Okay, don't have a stop loss because you 100% are gonna get tapped. The TikTok donkeys are going long on gold. That's how you know it's going to be a sell. Are those the what's the name? The by TikTok donkeys? Do you mean like those SA traders, right? They're like, oh, this is the analysis for gold, da da da. Yeah, the SA are crazy, crazy. Matt, send me if you do have a TikTok video, just send me the link so I can watch it. I just want to see what, even if they're on. Will you close your USD JPY trade? I ideally do want to close that break even. Right now my trade is floating. Let me just open my trade quick. I'm floating minus 3.2k on USD JPY. So yeah, I probably might take a small close. I'm just trying to ideally get out of break even. I'll give it like another 30 minutes and then I'll probably close USD JPY early. Because yeah, assuming that gold goes down, ASA goes up, even with Matt said, the dollar index would increase. Let me spec quick. Shot, Matt. Hey guys, I'm out till Monday again. If you trade, best of luck. Sheamus. Shot, bro. Appreciate it. Do need the luck for NFP today for sure. But yeah, honestly, I don't recommend you guys trading NFP. I'm just happy to risk like $1,000 for NFP, so it's okay. $1,000, even doubling it would be fine, but I'm like max leveraging this trade, so hopefully I can turn it into like a sneaky little like 8-10k. Oh, I know this guy, bro. Okay, let's watch. Let's see. Bruh. He was just talking, they show four call. Bro, but like, where's, like, is there no analysis? Okay. Okay. I mean, seems legit. Seems legit. I would love like a breakdown why it's a buy. To be like very honest, like remember we only gunning on sales because it must be a buy. We're only gunning on sales because with the previous results, right? The past three have been higher than the forecast. And that's obviously just a guess, right? We're guessing that because the past three have been drastically higher, except for the latest one. The latest one's only been like 13,000 more. But because it's been higher in the past 3 months, those higher outcomes have led for gold to be bearish and Nasdaq to be bullish. So that means that his forecast would essentially be matching the forecast, or even lower. The smile scares me. So he could be right if NFP comes in lower, or at the actual amount, but based off like the past 3 months, it's been way higher. The recent actuals are all 140 plus. Yeah, 139, 1771, 228, 151, 143, 256. The only time that we had 12K was on November 1st. That must have been a crazy NFP. Jeez. Yeah, I agree with you, Matt. That's actually a good point as well. Because if you look at all the ranges, it's roughly, the average is above 140. And the forecast for today is 111. Do you know, so it should be higher. Would you set a stop? No, I would literally like 30 seconds before NFP comes out, full port. 30, and I don't recommend it though. That isn't trading, right? This is like just fun. But 30 seconds before NFP comes out, full port the account into the direction that you want. Literally the second you up, close. Literally the second you up, you close. Because the thing with NFP is it moves a lot, right? So you don't want to like try and maximize NFP. You already being up by full porting is enough. Like leave. And I'm telling myself that so that I remember to leave. So yeah, this sell, like this area here, is just like ideally where I want price to come before NFP. I wouldn't mind entering like 10 minutes before NFP if we get over here. Can you please take screenshots for us? Galina, of the gold chart. So yeah, like I said, this is just like technically where I want where I'd want the sell to be, right? But with NFP, sure. With NFP, it's literally like entering before the numbers come out.
The gold setup is like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's like a 1, 2, 3 setup basically. But like, so for example, right, if you go over here, the previous one was June 6th, right? So look, June 6th, if we head over to that price point, come on, there we go. All right, so there we go. So that was essentially the price movement. Okay, crazy wicks, but it was like a 0.63% move. So that was the result of NFP on June 6th. This is how I just did the screenshot that I sent you guys. Then the one before that was May 2nd. Over here, not a crazy move, but it was bearish. And then the one before that was April 4th. Just waiting for it to load. There we go, April 4th. Nice bearish candle over there. That was like a 1% move. So, you know, if we again, this is just 15-minute candles, right? Assuming that in the first 15 minutes we close, it's like a 1% move, but the max it went down to, you know, that's also been very, you know, you're holding on to the trade way too long, but it's like basically a 5% move. But that's why I said with the NFP, I'm just looking to get in, get out. If it was a sell on NASDAQ, like we would see a crazy candle on NASDAQ because we also have all these FEGs. But based off the stats, right? Based off the stats, if NFP does come higher, based on previous results, NASDAQ should continue going up. So that's why I'm leaning more towards a gold sell, because this range, it's still pretty good to sell gold. I don't know, what's your guys' opinions on NFP? I don't know if you guys traded, but do you think that either gold or NASDAQ, is it going to be a buy or sell for NFP? Do a proper DJ and sell on gold and use DJPY at the same time, one will win. Yeah, I need to create like multiple or 2 trading accounts, otherwise they'll see it as hedging. They're quite strict with that sometimes. But yeah, I'm curious what your guys' opinion is for NFP. Do you guys think that NASDAQ's going to buy or sell? I'm pretty happy with sells on gold, but you know, like I said, it's not any technical, like zero technicals here. We just did a little bit of research, and that's it. Based on the news yesterday, my bias is short. A Jaguar for what? NASDAQ or gold? I think NQ will be a buy. NASDAQ I think down. Okay. NQ up. I just feel like NASDAQ is going to move way more than gold. That's why. I'm cautious because Powell didn't rule out a rate cut in July. Leads me to think he might know something we don't. Like we job data, so I think gold could go up. That's a real valid opinion as well, actually. Yesterday's numbers on employment change. Potential to create a bear trap based on last couple of days. Shallow trap. Flip a coin, heads, buy, tail, sell. Potential to create a bear trap based on last couple of days. Shallow trap. Bear trap with what? Gold or Nasdaq? Okay. Thank you. I have eyes, so I'll just walk past the trap. DJ for life. Oh, man, this is so fun, but so stressful. I just have a feeling that we're going to get a lot more movement on Nasdaq than gold. Like based off the previous, like even if you look at NFP, right, 4th of April, let's go there for Nasdaq. The movements on Nasdaq are just crazy. Fuck, that's so cool. I had to buy a new shisha today because my other one broke yesterday. Come on, man. Load. Okay, so there we had a bullish movement on NQ. That was the 4th of April. Then we go 2nd of May. Same bullish. And then it was June 6th. Crazy one. That's a nice one. All right, so like 29 minutes until NFP. Damn. Let's see what we got. Is anyone trading NFP here, or are you guys just gonna watch me make one of the biggest mistakes, or probably the best mistakes? Who else is trading NFP? I am in. Damn. Okay. At least we're in it together. I feel a lot better with that. I would do the opposite of you. I back that. Someone will win. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm here for the show. I back that, bro. Let me load. Damn. So, Matt, are you buying gold, right? Got my popcorn ready. Me joining short plan, but I'm placing stock. Nice. First time on a Thursday, got to trade this as an exception. Just cause. That's funny. I'll be running a red for the strategy OCO on Ninja Trader, full port to pass account. Damn. Have to wait because of prop rules. Ah, that's fair. Yeah, that's why I'm just trading personal funds. What's up, Anna? Maybe. Good. I'm gonna try to see whether I can trade on a prop with this as well. Position is at night. It was close to. Are you still? I'm still in USD JPY. Yeah, I'm still in USD JPY. Unfortunately. Given you can buy a 50k account for, it's not expensive. Yeah, it's not bad. It was annoying and thought it would be better to. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree. Okay, there we go. I got my login details. I'll go long and gold. I have to trust the TikTokers. I back you, bro. Oh. I'm seeing it as a BJ hand, and then he pulls a 3 card. That's funny. Man, Nasdaq is climbing. So let's see. We have 13 minutes until NFP. you expect more movement because of the 4th of July? Um, I would hope so. I think that there will be a lot of volume in the markets today because of the holiday tomorrow. But yeah, it's quite interesting. I've never really traded an NFP on a Thursday. Well, because I don't usually trade NFPs. But yeah, again, guys, I just want to make sure that you guys know I'm only like my bias with gold and NASDAQ is only like I'm short on gold, long on NASDAQ, only because of the previous NFP results, right? They've all been higher than the forecast amount. And in that result, NASDAQ has been bullish for the past 3 and gold has been bearish. So assuming that the forecast comes in higher, I would expect the same movement. Must I grow, appeal, and buy gold now? I mean, it's on SGZ and support. So maybe like a small position and then just, go crazy. That's what I was thinking with the sell. I was like, if I can get a retest on that 1 hour trend, I would probably enter an early position, not like risking my margin, and then closer to time just load it up. Just in case. T's and C's. Alright, I'm joining. I just bought it cheap as fuck one day passive. Damn, that's crazy. I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking like an instant funded account or something, but a lot of them you can't trade news. So I was just like, flip, I'm just gonna load my own money and just see what happens. And not out of options. Are you allowed to trade fundamentals with that? For the USD, it's not bad. For what account size? Like a 10K, right? 10K, 5K. $100K. $100K, $40, 90% discount. What? Damn. What, like, are they legit though? It, to be honest, it sounds like a scam. I'll be very honest with you. It sounds like a scam. But I hope for your sake, like, it's actually legit. But the numbers just don't add up to me. Y'all promoted them a while back ago. Really? I don't think I did. I definitely don't think I did. I didn't promote any prop firm except for Funder Pro. Thunder Pro is really good though. Matt, I hope you entered that buy, bro. Where's Matt? Oh, Matt left. But yeah, Matt said he was going to enter buy on gold. I'm going to paper trade this. I backed that for sure, bro. You're still going to get that thrill. Do you know? You'll still get that thrill. So I'm probably gonna close my USD JPY trade. Yeah, just closing my USD JPY trade because that obviously with this shitty gut feeling of gold going down as they're going up, the dollar should increase, right? So that would obviously go against our USD JPY trade. Oh, fuck. I hate that shit too, bro. Really good setup, though. It's a really, really good setup. But yeah, I would have done the same thing. For sure. I wouldn't even mind getting that basically third touch on this trend. Ooh, let's go. 10 more minutes. NFP. Fuck. Man, when last have I felt like this? Jeez. I mean, it's only like $1,000, but like, do you know what it could be is what excites me. Ethan promoted them, but since then he said be cautious. I figured $40, so what the hell? They are proper relaxed on trading rules, but slow at paying and have some pretty tough rules to get paid. Oh shit, okay. Damn, I didn't know Ethan promoted them, to be honest. What's it? Elite Trading something. Guys, before we do trade NFP, does anyone know how to, like, if someone gets timed out, right? Does anyone know how to, like, bring them back in? Or how to, like, remove the time out? Let me just check server settings quickly. Um, auto mod. Liam, what's up, bro? Um, server settings. Yeah, I'm just trying to bring Matt back quickly. We have 5 more minutes until NFP, but I don't seem like I can. Which is really silly. So you're not trading. I'm trading NFP, but I'm risking like $1,000 account. When exactly are you setting your trade? I mean, your bet. Like 30 seconds before. Yeah, literally 30 seconds before, bro. I like how you said my bet. 30 seconds before. I'm just going to full port my account, see what happens. Yeah, that's basically it. Tell Jamie the bot restrict me for saying scam. Yeah, I removed that bot now. So I removed the bot, but I can't invite. Well, I can't like remove the timeout. Let me Google it quick. Fuck. How to remove a timeout on Discord. Right click on the timeout username and select remove timeout option. Okay, well that seems very simple. Now go to math. This user timeout. Oh, there we go. Should be back. Okay, I managed to fix it. Okay, we managed to sort that out. Now let's get to the trading. Fuck me, sorry bro. I don't know why that's there. But I did remove the bot, so you guys can probably say whatever you want now. But maybe don't, just in case you get timed out. Aquafund is so good. Did you get payouts from them? Any issues? Bro, honestly, Aquafunded, I'm not trying to like lick balls here, right? But in my opinion, top 3, top 2 firms out there. The affordability rate, the rules, everything is just freaking crazy. Okay, so on this 30-second, I'm going to be full porting. Let's go. Let's see what happens. Let's freaking go. Okay, I'm basically out. Bros, that's what I'm freaking saying, guys. Crazy. Okay, I'm out of gold. Just like that. Just literally just like that. So the target was this, right? But like I said, just get out. Full ported the account. Made 3.1k USD on a $1,000 account. Like it's 300x. You know, fucking nuts. Damn. And now we're done. Now we're literally done. But guys, like I just want to say, okay, like NFP, only trade NFP when you have like a really good month and you can risk like a little bit. I just made top. Bro, what the fuck, Sulo? Crazy. Nice job, bro. Fuck. Broker failed to close. Damn, try close it now. Like, just keep on trying to close. They probably set like a period where like you can't trade it because of XYZ, whatever. Just try close it. Well, that was fun. Check USD JPY. Don't tell me it went down, please. Oh, fuck, yeah. Jeez. Thank God, bro. That's crazy. That's actually nuts. Yep, Naz is crazy as well. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. So it'll be quite interesting, like what happens with New York Open, right? New York Open is in an hour. Maybe we can actually look for a proper setup. Again, NFP was just for fun. So maybe I'll come back for New York and see if we can get something. But yeah, that was pretty sick. So my gold TP, man, we got decent movement though. Like, to be very honest, we got decent movement. But I was aiming for this 3307, which we could still hit. You know, we exited really early, and if we got that touch, that would have been a crazy trade. What was the? Oh man, I can check on my chart. So the forecast for NFP was 147. Matt, 140 range, bro. 140, literally 140. Forecast was 110. Interesting. Mine said 111, but 147. Crazy. I saw it last minute low. Nice, bro. All the TikTok is blue. Bro, please send me that. Where's that clip again? Let me try to find it. Yeah, guys, don't be this guy, okay? Okay, don't be that guy, okay? Because you can't just say out of a whim it's going to be a buy. Like for us, like I said, we looked at the previous results, and the most favorable option, and that was our trade. Thanks, it was proper gambling though, so I don't want to take credits for this. This isn't trading, this is gambling. Back to the strategy. Yep, back to the strat. Pro DJs. Yeah, this like every first Friday maybe we can play around. This is just for fun. I don't want you guys to like F up your trading style because of this, right? This is just like fun stuff. Fuck. All I know is I need to rejoin Wall Street Bets and go full auto DJ now because all of them said longs. Bro, that's crazy. Like, do you know how many people must have lost money just because they followed a TikToker saying, look, NFP is going to be a buy. Like, and send me your results. Bro, what results? What fucking results must I send you? Like, nah. So just be cautious of what you see online, guys, because it will definitely like stir you in the wrong direction. How much did you make? I made 3.1. So $3,100 from a $1,000 deposit. So 310%. Yeah, it's cool. It's pretty cool. But yeah, like, with, again, everything take with a grain of salt. What I say, take it with a grain of salt. Everything that you see online, take it with a grain of salt. Don't just be like, oh, this guy was profitable last month. I'm gonna listen to him because he was profitable last month. Like, the fuck? Let's start our own TikTok, bro. I recorded this, so I'm actually gonna put his clip on the recording. You must go tag him when it comes out. I'm just curious what he's gonna say. Damn. But yeah, like, and my mindset right now, right, is I exited at like maybe this point, right? So what price did I exit? 3335. So I exited like around here. Now I'm just like, fuck, I would have made a lot more money, right? But with NFP, also based off my previous experience, the moment you up, just close. Don't try and maximize the trade, because literally in a second it can go against you, right? In a second it can go against you. I just want to see where NASDAQ is. So NASDAQ rejected this trend. Me being a dumb Australian on the 5-minute time frame. What trend is this? 1 hour trend. So it rejected this 1 hour trend. I do think it might break though. Oh wow, gold is dipping. Yeah, I also think so. Nas will 100% be bullish. Crazy. Matt, are you still in the gold trade or are you out, bro? Like, please tell me well, a part of me wants to say please tell me you're holding, but like, I'm out. Okay, nice, good man. Crazy. So gold is coming to the support area here, 4 hour support resistance. Crazy. I'll use a profit to gamble full send blackjack. Yeah, those days of me are over, bro. I lost so much money gambling. It's actually crazy. All right, well, that's NFP, guys. That was pretty fun. Now, we'll probably load up and come back for New York. New York is going to be super choppy. Gold, man. Gold, we can maybe see like a retest on resistance and GZ and maybe further downwards movement. But NASDAQ looks quite nice for longs. NASDAQ does look quite nice for longs. Maybe on the retest of the 50-day moving average. Wait, let's actually see on the 15. I love gambling. Sports gambling can be pretty profitable if you keep up with it. I like sport gambling because you just enjoy the game a little bit more. But that's basically it. NASDAQ, we can maybe look for long positions, but, you know, we have 50-day moving average, retest on daily high. Otherwise, not much confluences. Gold is going. Might actually be able to hit that full TP. $5K starting with 200 best I've ever had. Damn, nice, bro. I started with 5K and left with depression. That's funny. Alright, well, post NFP, just got a haircut, got 2 slits on my eyebrows. Not too sure how I feel about that. And yeah, now we're at the gym trying to do legs. To be honest, I actually would prefer coming before trading, just because my head's a lot clearer, my mindset's a lot better. And also, you don't really know how long the trade is going to take, right? So you don't really want to come peak time and then you can't really train. But yeah, post NFP, we made $3,100. I don't really like to take too much credit for high news event trading, because look, it's more so a gamble more than anything, right? For us, we collected our data, we saw what happened with the previous 3 NFPs, and that led us to shorting gold, and which resulted in a $3,100 trade. But when it comes to high news events, you don't necessarily want to be purely reliant on technical analysis, right? You can use it for maybe your targets, but not necessarily your entry point, because again, with high news events, it's purely determined on the data that comes out, right? Whether it's good or it's bad, that's how the market reacts, not on your head and shoulders or your fair value gap or whatever. So yeah, we had a really good NFP. Now I'm gonna try to have a really, really good leg day. We only have 1 place on the hack squat. To be honest, like, my legs are fucking feeling like little bitches today. But I'm gonna end the video and add 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plates. Just a cheeky warm up, But I'll see you guys on the next live stream. And yeah, let's fucking get this bread, bruv. Also, how does it feel that the guy that you watch on stream take W's on trades has a bigger buns than your goal? That's pretty fucked, right? I think it's pretty fucked.